Welcome to Parkview Field.
If you build it, they will come. I think you proved them right.
What a fun look back at opening day on April 16th, 2009. And here we are back in Parkview Field for special coverage of the 15th season of Tincaps baseball.
Before we get to any of that, though, we want to check in with First Weather with Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferrari. I got to say, this has got to be one of the best opening days ever.
This is really good. It wasn't bad back in 2009. The high temperature was 62. It's a little cooler at game time, but today we're in the 70s. And as we go through the game, we're talking about temperatures leading the 70s, dropping the 60s. Yes, it's been a little bit breezy, but those breezes will relax, especially as we get into late tonight after the game. Now, rain chances are slim during the game time hours. The better chances to our south and east. We're watching, though, closely should any rain pop up. Ahead in your exclusive 10-day forecast, we have a whole lot more rain coming our way. I'm tracking that for you hour by hour later in the show.
Last year, now gearing up.
All of us involved in this cannot thank you enough for believing in this.
Late Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry speaking at the opening ceremonies, April 16, 2009. Of course, Graham Richard was mayor technically when all of this was dreamed up and approved, but Mayor Henry was a huge part of it and was here for opening day, been a supporter of Parkview Field ever since the start.
Yeah, and he was planning to be with us live here at our WANE 15 set as we celebrate the 15th season today. He passed away less than 2 weeks ago unexpectedly from complications from cancer. But we want to pay tribute to all of his influence in the ballpark, and he was a big Tincaps fan. So we have a look back from day one, as well as with an interview we did with him last fall.
What a great day for a great city.
He threw out one of the first pitches on opening day.
It was a lot of fun, and I was very honored to be a part of it. I wish I would have had a second chance to throw out the first one. My wife said I threw like a girl.
Mayor Henry did get first pitch redos over the years in a ballpark that helped drive more than a decade of downtown development.
Isn't this a beautiful stadium? I've never heard anyone say to date that this was a bad investment. There's no question the progress that we've made downtown, the number of new buildings, new investments can be taken all the way back to the establishment of Parkview Field.
From going to games to promoting the team, Tom Henry was also a Tincaps fan.
It's a social event, as much as it is a ball game. It's not unusual to walk up and down the concourse and ask people what the score is, and they don't know, even though they're here.
Some years that's been okay.
But it's a social event, and that really, I think, speaks again volumes for Parkview Field. What a beautiful, wonderful day for the city of Fort Wayne. Thank you all for being a part of it.
And Tincaps President Mike Nutter here with us now. Mike, you were with us that day last fall when we talked to all of you about this big anniversary season. And you have a tribute for Mayor Henry planned tonight. Tell us about that.
We absolutely do. We miss him dearly. And he was such a great leader and uniter in the community. And to look back and see those memories already, you provided so much joy to him that day by taking us a trip down memory lane. So tonight we're going to do a moment of silence with everybody in here, both teams and everybody, and honor and pay tribute to our great mayor that we've lost and thank him for everything he did in this region.
Beyond that, what's 15 years mean to you?
It's gone in a blink of an eye.
Right?
I see those fighter jets flying over on April 16th of 2009. It's so awesome. We're not trying to take credit, but when we sit up in the suite level and look out and see the landscape change with the Promenade Park and the electric works and the landing, again, we're not saying it's us, but to see this region grow and thrive together, we're so proud.
Yeah, and 15th season, we've got some super cool 15th anniversary jerseys and some other fun things planned. What can people expect for this 15th season?
A lot of new food and drink. We put in a brand new field. We're doing a lot of work up on the treetops. There's a new front entryway with the concrete. People are excited. New entrees, new desserts, all kinds of stuff. Then as soon as the season ends, we're going to take all the lighting out in September and put in all new LED lights that'll help the environment and also add a promotional aspect. So a lot to look forward to.
Do you have a moment that stands out over 15 years?
Probably that home run the guy hit in the first year. You know, I still kind of commiserate one title over all that time, but we did it the first year, and maybe that's the way it was supposed to be. When we hit a homer to go to the finals, that was it. It still makes the hair stand up, so proud of that one.
Yeah, that's certainly a special season, but we're excited for the 15th season as well. Mike, thank you so much for being with us and sharing in the celebration today.
Thanks so much.
So we are less than 30 minutes away from first pitch, and a lot of fans already here in the ballpark.
WANE 15's Cameron Leatherman is out with some of those fans. Let's find out what's going on there. Cameron.
Hey, Dirk and Alyssa, guess what? Parkview Field is filling up, and guess what? I've got a super fan right here who was the first one through the gate this evening. I've got Lenny Boffman here, otherwise known as Mr. Tincaps. So, hey, Lenny, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I am so excited that you're here. Obviously, I know you wouldn't miss a season, but why did you want to make sure that you were here on opening night?
You can't miss opening day for the Tincaps. This is the baseball palace, and the Tincaps are my squad.
Squad indeed. Lenny, thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the game this evening. You know what? There's some new items that you can check out here at Parkview Field as well. There are giant helmets that you can put a burrito bowl in, or popcorn, or barbecue pork, or chicken nachos. The 26-ounce beer that is back, and there are some new alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, as well as the special collector's cup for the 15th season. So there's always some good food and lots of fun times here at Parkview Field. Back to you, Dirk and Alyssa.
Cameron, thank you so much. Still to come on WANE 15's News at 6. There is a brand new field this season. We'll show you the new grass and hear from the guy who's kept the field in award-winning shape for more than a decade. That story in about 7 minutes.
And later, he led the first Tincaps team to a Midwest League championship. We catch up with the first manager, Doug DeCenzo, 15 years after that magical season. Your number one news at 6 will be back in a moment. But first, employees who've been with the Tincaps for all 15 years are sharing their personal highlights of their time with the team.
Actually, this is my 18th season. I started with the Wizards. The fans have been great. I love what I do. It doesn't feel like work when you come here. So that's what keeps me coming back. Come buy a ticket from me. Meet all the different people and interact with all of us and hopefully just have a great time, because that's what we're here for.
Welcome back to Parkview Field. We're bringing you live special team coverage of the home opener for the 15th season of Tincaps baseball.
Great to be out here. We've got plenty more from here, but we also want to hear the rest of the day's news. Rex Smith is back at WANE 15 studio.
Dirk, Alyssa, a man reached a plea agreement in connection to a fatal shooting on Fort Wayne's southeast side that happened nearly 2 years ago. 20-year-old Michael Glover agreed to plead guilty to murder for the death of 23-year-old Javian Hamilton. The other two charges Glover was facing were dismissed as part of that deal. Court documents state that Glover and another man, Jonathan Taylor, followed Hamilton to a unit in the Villages of Hannah apartment complex, killed him, and later switched vehicles to evade police. Glover will be sentenced in May. Another candidate for mayor officially entered the race. Stephanie Crandall made a formal announcement this afternoon at Promenade Park. Crandall currently serves as the Director of Intergovernment Affairs for the city. She says she's the right woman to take the lead.
I want to make sure that Fort Wayne is a city where we can increase hope, health, opportunity, and prosperity for everyone. Because I know that Fort Wayne can be the strongest community when every person can really have the opportunity to thrive here.
State Representative Phil Giaquinta also officially threw his hat in the ring yesterday. You can find the full list of candidates on WANE.com. Now back out to Parkview Field.
And thank you, Rex.
All right, Nicholas, it is warm, it is sunny, but a little windy.
Yeah, a little windy, but don't worry, the winds will be decreasing. It's going to be wonderful to be out here. The next few days, not so great. We've got a soaking rain coming our way. We'll talk more about it. I'll let you know how much to expect. Stay tuned.
I'm a ticket taker.
I'm a stadium usher.
It's gone so fast, and yeah, just the people that we've met, the players that we've met, it's just unbelievable.
Just the camaraderie, again, the ballpark, all the sights and sounds of baseball, I think, and just knowing that it's Fort Wayne's professional team. I think that's the neatest part of it.
Welcome to Parkview Field.
If you build it, they will come. I think you proved them right.
welcome back to our live special coverage from Parkview Field for the 15th anniversary season of Tincaps. And first pitch is at 6:35. The players are taking the field for the first time for the season, but this is also the first time this field has ever been played on.
Yeah, because last year, Major League Baseball mandated minor league baseball had to elevate to a Major League Baseball standard, and that has kept one man especially busy. WANE 15's Ethan Collin has been chatting with him and has more. Ethan.
Grass shipped all the way from Wisconsin. Thousands of rocks, millions of grains of sand have all come together on this brand new field that honestly from here looks great, but more important for the players, it's going to play great all season long.
They say that the grass is always greener on the other side, and that's particularly true if your neighbor is Keith Winter.
This field, I think, is on caliber with any at any level of baseball.
The head groundskeeper for the Tincaps has won a bevy of awards for keeping the best turf across the country, but he faced a new challenge this year.
Every inch of this has been changed. Warning track, grass, infield, mounds, bullpen, every inch of this field's been changed, and that was to get our elevations right and to come up to the standards that Major League Baseball was requiring of us.
The MLB required all minor league teams to raise their field standards to the same as the pros, and it meant a major makeover for Parkview Field.
It was a 10-week process. The sod was laid in third week of November, and now we're ready for opening day and excited about showing people what this new field will look like.
Although the rules for the field have changed, Winter has been doing this job since 2010, getting it ready for players and fans.
And I feel a responsibility as a result of that to try to put a good product out for the players, but also the fans, because when they walk through that gate and they look down here, what's the first thing you're looking at?
So far, so good on that new grass. Players have been warming up on it. You see some players out there right now. The game starts within an hour, and I know that all of Fort Wayne is hoping that the Tincaps can break in that new field with a big win. Dirk, Alyssa, back to you. How's the grass look on your side of the ballpark?
Ethan, thanks. Yeah, the field can't look much better than right now.
No, and I think everyone is hoping for a win. Nicholas, you've got a win in the forecast department.
Thank goodness. Everybody's happy with me out here today. What a nice day and evening we have. Temperatures around 70, but getting a little bit cooler, not by much. I say bring a light jacket with you, because after we get past sunset, it does get a little bit cool quite quickly, and you'll want that extra layer. Let's look at our Parkview Field webcam of the past few hours. You'll see how the field and the fans here have been streaming in, and the crowds have increased. And I'm sure it's just going to get more and more crowded as we get closer and closer to that first pitch at 6:35. Temperatures across the region still registering in the 70s. Our temperature in Fort Wayne, 71. We've dropped only 1 degree since last hour. We'll be dropping in the 60s over the course of the game as the winds get lighter and lighter. Take a look at the satellite and radar image, and what you see is there are a few areas of rain shower and thunderstorm activity that have developed off to our southeast. That's where a nearby front is. So because we're seeing all that development to the southeast, it means a very low risk that we'd see any rain here. So that's great game time weather for us to report. There will be more rain headed in here tomorrow, and that's going to start off our soaking weather forecast. You'll see that in just a second. Let's look at Futurecast and time that rain out hour by hour. We jump ahead to tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. At that point, the rain is scattered. Not going to be too much of a problem for most people, but the chance will be increasing as we go through the night. And by, say, 11 o'clock midnight tomorrow into Thursday morning, we will see that rain become widespread and heavy. And then during the day on Thursday, that rain is going to keep coming down. These rounds of rain are going to give us a really big soaking that takes us not just through Thursday, but lasts even into early Friday, and really during the day on Friday as well. But between now and Friday morning, when you look at our Futurecast rain model, what you're going to see is that we stand to pick up 1 to 2 inches of additional rainfall. That's going to mean additional flooding problems across the area. Of course, we just had heavy rain in so many spots last week that caused flooding, so we look to repeat that before this week is done. A flood watch in effect across the region as a result of that heavy rain. But let's take a look at the exclusive 10-day forecast here, because we do have a lot of interesting things happening. The temperatures are changing. Our stretch of 70s that we've been enjoying here over the past couple days, it's done tomorrow, but we're still above average. We're in the mid-60s. Our high temperature 66. On Thursday, it's 62 for our high temperature. Then on Friday, only 52. Remember, some periods of rain still around, but it'll be getting out of the picture by the time we get to the weekend. On Saturday, 63, lots of sunshine, and then on Sunday, we're back to the 70s with a high of 71. A few additional clouds drift in. Monday next week, 68. The sunshine continues. Then a few days in the 70s next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But we will start to throw rain chances back in the picture at that point. So we're moving farther and farther along through April here. More 70s showing up, definitely feeling more spring-like. And boy, when it lines up great for outdoor activities like this, gold stars all around.
Somewhere there's a warm weather rookie who's like, I thought you said winter was going to be bad here in Fort Wayne.
Right.
Not today.
Not today.
Thank you, Nicholas. Well, with the 15th season of Tincaps baseball comes a new manager. Mike Daly will be calling the shots this season. He has a background in scouting in the front office, but this is his first year as manager. And sports director Glenn Marini is actually in Arizona right now. He was with the Purdue Boilermakers as they played for the national title last night, and of course 3 players from Fort Wayne on that team.
But before he went there, he caught up with the Tincaps' first manager. Glenn, let's find out more.
2009 was quite the storybook season for the Tincaps and for the city of Fort Wayne. The Tincaps won their first 10 games that year, led wire to wire, and ended up winning the Midwest League Championship. Now, that's a pretty good way to start a new nickname and to start and open a new ballpark. Now, when you talk about a championship team, got to have a lot of good players, and the Tincaps had that. Matter of fact, 19 players that played in Fort Wayne that summer for the Tincaps wound up to play in the major leagues. But that said, perhaps the most famous name that Tincaps fans will remember is that of fan favorite manager Doug DeCenzo. And I had a chance to chat with the championship manager of the Tincaps about that special 2009 championship summer.
They're going to have to wait till tomorrow, so we'll have to look at the website and see any updated photographs of it. But we're all excited for it.
Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, I think it was everything we expected and even more. And a lot of times the pictures and the videos don't do justice that when you see something in real time and with your own eyes. This is sweet. Wow, what a beautiful place. You know, so all the comments that you could imagine is what we heard.
Well, let's see, electric. How's that? That's pretty good word for it. But just a real nice day for everybody.
A lot of things throughout that season, including opening night in Parkview, was you couldn't write it out any better. You know, to have a brand new ballpark, have a sold out, stadium, and then, to win the game, obviously. If you were going to sit down and script it out, you probably would have scripted out exactly the same way it happened. Well, you're looking at it from afar, it looks perfect. As far as the team itself goes in the city of Fort Wayne and everybody that worked at the ballpark that were tremendous. And Mike Nutter, you couldn't have a better guy in that position. Obviously winning the championship, at the end of the year was a special moment.
Is this the perfect season?
I don't know how much better you can be. I don't know if there is a perfect season, but it sure ended like one.
Again, then all the people that work there at the ballpark, and of course the fans, they were tremendous. It's something that we'll never forget, obviously. And it was a great time and moment for Fort Wayne, for the players on that team, and for the coaching staff and the organization. So, it was all good.
And of course, a lot of Tincaps fans are wondering, what is Doug DeCenzo doing now? Well, Doug is in his 10th season as a minor league instructor in the Chicago Cubs organization. And he says, hey, he wants the Tincaps to win every game possible, except for the games against the South Bend Cubs, of course. Reporting live from Glendale, Arizona, I'm Glenn Marini with WANE 15 Sports.
Thank you, Glenn. And When we come back, we'll have a few more fun looks back at 2009. Stay with us.
Tonight's starting lineups for the clubhouse manager, Sam Lewis.
So what does 15 years look like? Well, it's a 10-year-old boy to a 25-year-old man.
Yeah, measure it in kid life. That's my son Noah on the dance cam from opening day 2009, and then on the other side is him now at 25 years old.
We just got to get him on the dance cam again.
Yeah, let's see if we can work that out.
All right, Nicholas.
Okay, 70s at the start of the game, but we fall into the 60s. We get less windy. Bring a jacket.
All right, thank you so much for joining us down here for the Tincaps 15th season home opener. Go Tincaps!